Hello everyone, myself Deepak Yadav and I am here to present my PowerPoint presentation on topic happiness and prosperity, guided by Dr. Hina Chawda ma'am, Faculty Value Education and Psychological Counselor. In this, I am going to cover all these topics: happiness, unhappiness, prosperity, types of happiness, which is basically temporary happiness and permanent happiness, program for continuity of happiness, and the final key takeaways. Happiness. The proposal of happiness is the state or situation in which I live. If there is harmony in it, it is naturally acceptable to me to be in that state. That is, to be in a state of harmony is happiness. हैप्पीनेस इज बेसिकली अ स्टेट ऑफ माइंड। ये हमारी सोच पर डिपेंड करती है कि हम किस तरह से चीज़ों को एनालाइज करते हैं। बेसिकली द मीनिंग ऑफ वर्ड हैप्पी इज द फीलिंग और शोइंग प्लेजर और कंटेंटमेंट। अगर अब सबके लिए हैप्पीनेस का रीजन अलग अलग हो सकता है। जैसे एक छोटे बच्चे के लिए अपनी एज वालों के साथ खेलना, कार्टून देखना आदि, ये सब उसके लिए हैप्पीनेस के कारण हो सकते हैं। और एडल्ट के लिए सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत उसे अर्निंग की होती है, तो वो अर्निंग कैसे करता है ये मैटर करता है उसके लिए। अनहैप्पीनेस, दिस इज a state or situation in which I live. If there is disharmony or contradiction in it, it is not naturally acceptable to me to be in that state. That is, unhappiness is equal to disharmony. The primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation, but your thoughts about it. Prosperity. Prosperity is a feeling of having more than required physical facility. Basic requirement for prosperity. Right assessment of the need for physical facility along with its required quantity. Ensuring the availability of more than the required physical facility. In prosperity, there are a lot of things: social capital, personal freedom, safety and security, health, education, governance, economy, and etc. Types of happiness. Happiness is broadly, there are two types of happiness. First is temporary happiness, and second is permanent happiness. Temporary happiness. This is a momentary happiness or excitement. This is a momentary happiness or excitement. Excitement is short-lived, not sustainable. Temporary happiness is something that can be described as a temporary phase. It is included due to the happening of an incident. A particular incident triggers happiness, like receiving gifts from the loved ones. Permanent happiness, example, what we get from the favorable sensation is the favorable feeling we get from the other. In the above both cases, we get a short momentary happiness or temporary happiness. The second type of happiness is permanent happiness. Permanent happiness differentiates between happiness, which is momentary, and permanent happiness, which means peace. There is the continuous happiness and the only way to find peace and joy. Permanent happiness is an inner peace. It arises due to the self-contentment, clear understanding of object and happenings. A permanent happiness because it does not depend upon outside object or event. Program for continuity of happiness. The expense of our living is at following four levels. First, as an individual human being. Second, as a member of family, as a member of society, and the last, as a unit in nature. We all are living with all these expenses of our being. At these four levels, of course, we may or may not be aware of it. Therefore, the program for continuity of happiness is continuity of happiness is to understand the harmony and to live harmony at all level of being, at the level of individual human being, at the level of family, at the level of society, and the fourth at the level of nature existence. For attaining permanent happiness, first we have to stop comparison from others. Second is help without any expectation. The third is show gratitude. Gratitude is the simplest way to acknowledge the people who helped you during your tough time. According to the psychological studies, being grateful beings in a flood of positive emotions. The fourth is lead a balanced life for happiness. The happiest people in a world are those who maintain a balance between their personal and professional life. They never let professional issue cloud their personal life. Permanent happiness is when there is no one and you enjoy your loneliness. Temporary happiness is when you have more and fear to lose them. Choose loneliness because no one is permanent in this temporary world. Key takeaways. Happiness is to be in a state of harmony. The expense of our living is at a four level: individual, human being, family, society, and the nature. And thus the program for continuous happiness is to be in harmony at all these levels. Prosperity is a feeling of having more than the required physical facility. Thank you.